Okay, this is the lesson for Omnivore's Dilemma, lesson 14, or day 14, and we're in the hunter-gatherer food chain. Today we're going to talk about relevant and irrelevant evidence. You can get out your notebook and copy these things down. Relevant means it has to do with the claim or the topic. And irrelevant means it has nothing to do with the claim or the topic. So we talked about this when we did the House on Mango Street essay, or even when you're doing your ACE questions, you want evidence that proves your claim true, not just random evidence that has nothing to do with anything. So you're going to need a couple things for this lesson. You need to come in the classroom and grab this packet, relevant, irrelevant evidence packet, from the colored folders. Also, you want to make sure you show me that you read chapter 20 and did pages 28 and 29 of the packet, the omnivores corn packet, because that's a grade in the book. So once you do that, you're ready for this lesson. So copy these down in your notes, and then what we did in class is we looked at an excerpt from the book, and it's an excerpt, but it has something added to it. Whoops. So, he's talking about when he was hunting the pig, which was in the chapter you read last night. And we're going to read this and try to figure out, A, what his claim is, and B, what part of this is irrelevant or has nothing to do with what his claim is. It's pretty obvious once you listen for it. I was confronted with yet another dilemma. What exactly is the joy of hunting? I know what made me feel good when I was out in the woods. I enjoyed feeling totally alive and a part of nature. I enjoyed discovering new abilities that I didn't know I had. I enjoyed succeeding in my difficult task. However, I also knew what made me feel bad about hunting. No matter how I looked at it, I felt regret about killing that pig. The animal is at once different from me, and yet as a living creature, it is in some ways the same. Pigs can run up to 11 miles per hour, and they like to bathe in water or mud to keep cool, although they actually prefer water to mud. So when a hunter kills a pig, they ought to be aware of the seriousness of what they are doing and never treat it lightly. So I guess his claim would kind of be this. Or he's basically just saying there are good things and bad things about hunting, and but it's a serious thing that you should not take lightly. So if you're going to look at all this evidence, and I'm going to use one color to highlight relevant evidence. So what's something that proves you should not take it lightly? Well, I could say the animal as a living creature in some ways the same. He's saying, the pig is kind of like us. It's a living creature, so when you kill it, you should not take it lightly. So irrelevant evidence, I'm going to choose a different color. So there's a certain sentence in here that kind of has nothing to do with this, and you can probably tell what it is since it's kind of random, and it's this. Just kind of random. Pigs can run up to 11 miles an hour. It has nothing to do with hunting and what's good and bad about it. So take one color and highlight the claim, another and highlight relevant, another and highlight irrelevant. That's what you're going to be doing when you get the packet. There are some ACE questions from actually these are from last year, and you're going to look at each one. First, highlight a claim, then pick one color, highlight relevant evidence. They might not have any. And then if there's any irrelevant evidence, and they might not have any either of that. You might have one of each, two of either. So you're going to have to pick up that packet first. So there's that. And then there is homework, which is read chapter 22 and do the take-home quiz on page 32 of the packet. That's in the Omnivore's Dilemma packet. And that's going to be it for Omnivore's Dilemma.